Fine. So let's start, guys. So first of all, good evening, welcome everyone. So let's start with the cat form. So you already know that cat and zat both forms are out, right? And we have started, right? So this session is about cat form filling. I'll take up your doubts and I'll walk you through the complete process of form filling, right? So I'll completely fill up the form for you also. Just a second. Who is, yeah. So I'm sharing my screen with you all. Okay, I hope you all can see the screen, right? So you can see the screen. Okay, fine. So let's start. So you just type in I am cat in the Google, you'll get the link iamcat.ac.in. That's the website, official website. So first of all, go through the important dates. That is August 2, right? Form filling has started. September 13 is the last date, right? October 25th is when your admit card you can download it, and November 26th is the exam day. And they said that the result will be declared in the month of Jan, but generally it gets declared by December end, right? So last week of December they announced the result last year, right? So these are the important dates, and other things that you can go through here is the advertisement that they have given, percentile or score calculation, right? So I think you already know how to calculate the percentiles, right? So number of people below you upon the total number into 100, that gives you the percentile. And in cat, if you have scored 99.995, because there is no one with 100 percentile as it overall, right? So it is basically 99.995. If you cross that, then you have been marked as 100 percentiler. Okay. Other eligibility criteria, information, media release is given to you. Uh, Also, you have to keep in mind the NC OBC certificate, EWS certificate, SC ST certificate. So these are the certificates that is already given to you. You have to keep it in this format, right? So if you belong to any of these format, you have to just download it, check the format whether your matches this format or not. Okay. Any place, if you have any questions, you can raise your hands and I will clear out your doubt there itself. Okay. So first thing that you have to do is you have to register. So you can see three options: register, login, and then you can see registration of non-IIMs institutions for CAT 23. So this is not for you. This is basically for those colleges which want to participate and wants to take the score of CAT, right? So those colleges can log in this one, right? So this is not for us. We have to just focus on register first, and then we have to log in, right? So let's register first of all. So things that has to be kept in mind is the first is the name, right? So the things first of all, you can use Mozilla, you can use Google Chrome, right? But it is highly recommended that you don't use your mobile phones, right? Though it is compatible with Android, iOS, but it is highly recommended that you use a laptop while filling up the form. Okay. Next, registration, name of the candidate. So the name should be same as it appears in 10th and SSC certificate, right? So I'll just type in here, take a full name, date of birth, so email address, your nationality, your phone number, again confirm it, right? So you have to generate an OTP first. Now they would have sent an OTP on the phone as well as the email ID, right? So I'll just check. It's 951795 and 316790. Okay, so you have to validate both and then you have to agree and put the captcha. So you have to just check here the name of the candidate, right? Date of birth, email address, right or not, country, and mobile phone number. So you just check these boxes and submit, right? So your user ID and password has been sent on registered email address and registered mobile number. Overseas candidate will receive both user ID and password on registered email address, right? Done. So you can log out here and use your login to again log in if you want to, or if you want to complete the process in one go, you can just start here itself, right? Okay. So log out or go to application. So let's go to the application. Now you have these six fields you can see: personal detail, academics, work experience, programs that you want to select, test city, and payment. Six different things are there. We will go through all of these, right, in detail. So first of all, your name will directly come up, autofill, right? Candidate's first name, again, you have to fill the same name. So father's name, right? Then date of birth, already there. ठीक है, candidate's gender, nationality, now category. So depending upon category, you will have to use the documents. Like for example, if I do go for general, and do you belong to person with disability? If I say no, right, and then what the documents address I have to put in? I have to put my phone, my photo, and my signature, right? These are two documents required. If I change it, if I say okay, fine, I am belong to, let's say, NCOBC, right? Then certificate issue date, the state from where it is there, serial number, right? Caste or tribe name, and then you have to go down here and you see you have to put three documents now, right? So depending upon what you are choosing from here, what you belong to, right? You have to use that document to upload afterwards. So you have to keep it handy. So three things that we need at this stage is your photograph, which should not be more than 1 MB, right? And size is all given. Next is, just a second. First is photograph, that should not be more than 1 MB, right? Second, your signature, which should be more than 10 KB and less than 1 MB in JPG format or the formats that is given to you, right? Then the third thing is basically your caste certificate, or your, if in any other certificate you belong to, like EWS or NCOBC or PWD. So those things are required, right? One more thing, the photograph should not be more than 6 months old as they have prescribed it, right? So 3 साल 4 साल पुराना फोटोग्राफ मत यूज करना. Not recommended, basically doesn't matter so much like in some cases, but yes, not recommended. So use white background, ठीक है, white or off white background, right? And photo should not be 6 months old, and basically your it should not be more than 1 MB, and it should be JPEG or JPG format should be there, right? Same goes for your signature. It should not be more than 80 KB, sorry, 80 KB, and again format should be same, right? So let's start. Uh, so we say that okay, fine. General, no. This is not mandatory to put your COVID vaccination date, right? Now next is address line. I'll just put the address here. So this is actual registration that I'm doing for myself. Okay, so this is done. Uh, Now this field is mandatory. You have to put an emergency mobile number of any relative or any other relation that you have. Okay, then the documents required, right? If you want to understand the specification, you can click here and read it, go through this one, or you can directly use this to upload your photograph, right? So you have to keep in mind that the photo should not be more than 1 MB. If it is there, then you can go, you can use different tools to resize it, right? So let's say, for example, if you don't know how to resize it, so if you download any photograph, if it is more than 1 MB, what you can do is you can open it with, uh, let's say, Microsoft Pictures, or you can say you can open with Paint and use a resize tool to reduce the size by using the percentage or by pixels, whatever you want to, right? अगर तुम्हें नहीं आता होगा, you can ask at the end. I'll explain you how to do that also. Okay. So click here to upload. So you can see these details are given here also, right? Just a second. Details are given here also. Upload your recent photograph. Photo should not be more than 6 months old. Print should be clear, 30 pixels to 45 pixels, 1 MB, only JPEG format. Okay. So let's click and select the photograph. Okay, so both is done. If you go save and next, it will ask you to first go through your photo. Right? See here. Okay, sorry. Please enter town. Please view photograph before submit. So you have to view this one. So that is okay. You know that. Okay, fine. And then save and next. So your that section is done. Personal details is done. Then we move to academics. Now academics, again, different options are given to you. First, let's start with 10th, right? So you have to first select which board. So ICSE or CBSE or state board, you can select from there. Then you have to select when you completed your 10th or 12th, right? Now, this one is about your maximum marks that you have got. Now, this is the main catch. This is the main area that you have to focus on, right? Because other things is easy. Work experience is basically whatever work experience you have. Programs is you can select all also and select the cities and done. Main game is here, academics. academics where two things are there. One is you have to enter percentage for 10th, 12th, graduation, all three, right? First thing is maximum marks inclusive of all subjects. If you have, if you say that, oh, the top five, no, not those top five. You have to include all the subjects which were there in your 10th, right? So you have to include all those subjects. Now the problem is that some students, they might have the grade system, right? A, B, those grades are there. Then in that case, you have to go back and check how to convert those grades, right, into percentage, maximum marks, percentage, and substitute and put here, right? If you have any doubt regarding those things, how it is being done for, let's say, CBSE of I did in, let's say, 2020, or let's say I did in 19, and if you have doubt in that case, ki, how can I convert my this score? You can post in the group. We will find it out, and I'll explain you how to do it. Right? For Delhi University, Mumbai University, any other university that you belong to, you got CGPA. How to convert the CGPA to percentage? We'll explain you that also, right? So those mostly, see, mostly all the universities, they have on their website ki how to convert the CGPA or the CGPI into percentage. If it is not there, if it is not available, then in that case we'll help you out with that, right? Generally, mark sheets, when you turn the back side of the mark sheet, you'll be able to find how to convert into percentage, right? If it is not there, then in that case either the website or we will help you out in converting the percentages. Anywhere, any place that you have a doubt, you can ask me in between. Okay, so then you have to enter the maximum marks that you have, the maximum marks of the paper that you gave. Like for example, my 10th was about out of 600, for example, right? So in that case, you have to enter out of 600 and whatever you got. Okay, so I got around 551. So if you divide 551 with 600, it comes out to be 91.83. Now, अब यहाँ पे you have to do the approximation also, and I hope you know how to do the approximation, right? Two places, right? So you have to do the approximation. You can see here, it's given. If you read here, 70.16, this needs to be rounded up to 70.17. So 91.8333. So we can write as 91.83. Then comes your 12th. You have to put the board. Then discipline like science, arts, commerce, whatever, maximum marks again you have to put here. Okay, then put your maximum marks here. Then you can go to your bachelor degree. Now, in bachelor's degree, are you in the final year of bachelor degree? Yes or no? Right? So if you are not, if you're passed out, एक second, doubt क्या है? So normal difference is okay, or exact numbers are to be put? Exact numbers we have to put. So if it is less, right? अगर तुमने गलती से कम put कर दिया, issue नहीं है, right? But ज़्यादा put कर दिया, then it becomes an issue, right? So less वाला is okay, but if let's say for example, if you feel that यार मुझे ना 81.1 आया है, but even if you put 80, it's fine. But if you've got 81 and you put 83 there, then that will become a problem. Okay, so then, okay, next part is, are you in final year of bachelor degree? Yes or no? So let's say no. Have you completed bachelor's degree? So this, so why are they asking this question? Are you in final year? If you say no, then have you completed? Because what happens, sometimes people in final year they have their KT, because of which they are asking you this question, right? So if you have don't have any KT, if it's done completely, just mark no, sorry, yes, right? Now, total duration of the degree, let's say 3 years or 4 years. If you're done engineering, then you can go for 4 years or 3 years. Type of university, central university, deemed university, foreign university, private, state university, whatever. So let's say state university in our case. Then the state, Maharashtra, university name, right? So Mumbai University, name of college, okay, degree name, like which degree you have done. So you can find your degrees, Bachelor's of Art, right? It's BBA, all those degrees are given here, right? So Bachelor's of Engineering, discipline, right? So engineering or technology. You can go through yours, right? Stream, month, year of commencement. So 2008 July. Do you have or or are you undergoing dual or 5 year integrated course, right? So yes or no, whatever is your answer. Like for example, like IIPM students who are in IIM Indore or who are in IIM Ranchi, so they are doing a 5 year integrated course, so they can select yes in that case. Next is click here if you have more than one bachelor degree, for example BCom, LLB, or BE plus B Pharma, right? So if you have the dual degree, you can click this, right? And then again you have to fill up this data. Do you want to enter master's degree details? Just a second, guys. Okay, so do you want to enter master? Do you want to enter master degrees detail? If you want to, you can put. I'll just put here no. Are you a fellow of Institute of Factories of India? Right. So if you are, you can put yes. Do you want to enter any profession? So many CAs, right? They generally give CAT, so you can just select yes here, and then you can put here which degree you have done, in progress, completed. Okay, so those things, name of the professional degree, right? Enter marks. So this, all these things you have to enter here. Okay, next is save and next. So data is saved. Next comes the work experience section, right? Here you have to basically just put in your work experience, and they will calculate it by their own, right? If you belong to automobile industry or banking industry or durables, whatever, right? So you can just select from there. So I'll just select others. So remember that you do the breakup also, right? Like for example, uh, I'll just give an example here. So 1st July 2012, then I ended, let's say for example, uh, and this maximum date is till 31st July, right? So let's say I did it for 1 year here. Break in experience, no. ठीक है, you can see here it will, just a second. Hmm. It will calculate the number of months here and days. So if you have worked in different segments, you can just enter details there, right? So let's say, for example, till 12, till 14, I worked here. Then might be ki I have worked in retail segment, so I can just put the retail segment also here. Click this and put the retail ka information also. Okay, I'll just change. Okay, so this is done, right? So I think you might have understood what to do here, right? So just अपना click कर दो whichever industry type you have belonged to. If more than one, you can click more than one here, right? And you can just put in your start date, end date, and the break-in experience, right? It will calculate the number of days till 31st July. You can see here till 31st July it will calculate, and then you can go for save and next. Next section is the programs that you want to select. Now, programs, what you can do is कि generally we recommend कि don't skip any flagship programs, right? So in some cases you might be choosing, like for example PhD नहीं करना है, मत select करो. EPGP means basically executive program you don't want to do, so don't select that one, right? But what I also recommend is कि just do this one, select all कर दो, right? In this case you are not skipping anything. Right, yes. Hmm. Select all. Hmm. Select all, and the only pain is that you have to give the city name of all the program that you have, because you have to give the interviews, right? So this is tentative basically. It might change afterwards, but this is what you have to put in. I am Ahmedabad PGP program where you want to give the interview. Let's say you want to give the interview in Mumbai, and second preference could be, let's say, giving in Delhi. In this way, you have to go through all of these. There are many, right? So ये एक थोड़ा पेन है. फॉर दोज पीपल हु आर वेरी सेलेक्टिव किया भाई मेरे को तो एबीसी जाना है या ब्लैक आई जाना है, इन दैट केस यू कैन जस्ट सेलेक्ट विच एवर कॉलेज यू वांट टू गेट इनटू, राइट? बट जनरली हाईली रिकमेंडेड कि ये सब मत करो. सेलेक्ट ऑल द प्रोग्राम्स एंड जस्ट पुट अप द डिटेल्स. हाँ, फॉर सम प्रोग्राम्स यू माइट लाइक, फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे मेरे को भी कुछ कम करना है, तो आई से ओके फाइन, आई डोंट वांट टू डू दिस प्रोग्राम. ठीक है, डॉक्टरेट मुझे नहीं करना है. आई एम अमृतसर, आई डोंट वांट टू गो. पीएचडी वहां से नहीं करना है, राइट? सो दिस आई रिमूव्ड. देन लेट्स से एग्जीक्यूटिव एमबीए आई डोंट वांट टू डू. एनालिटिक्स मुझे नहीं करना है, मेरे को अमृतसर से करना ही नहीं है, तो ये हटा ही दिया, राइट? सो देन अगेन एमएससी, नो. आई एम बैंगलोर पीजीपी इज अ फ्लैगशिप प्रोग्राम, यस ये भी अच्छा प्रोग्राम है. देन आई एम पीएचडी, नो. ठीक है, देन लेट्स फॉर एग्जांपल पीजीपीए, आई एम बोध गया. सो डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम्स आर देयर. उनका एनालिटिक्स का प्रोग्राम है बैंगलोर, दे हैव एनालिटिक्स प्रोग्राम आल्सो. सो दीज ऑल, इतना तो को अगर करना है तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज जस्ट सेलेक्ट ऑल एंड जस्ट. सो फॉर फ्यू पीपल हु नो दीज थिंग्स, राइट, जिनको पता है कि वेयर दे वांट टू गेट इनटू, इन दोस केसेस यू कैन जस्ट रिमूव दैट द सेक्टर दैट यू डोंट वांट टू गेट इन. लाइक फॉर मैं डिजिटल मीडियम नहीं जाना है, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नहीं करना है, तो हटा दो उसको, राइट? हेल्थ, हॉस्पिटल हेल्थ केयर नहीं करना है, रिमूव इट. पीएचडी ऑब्वियसली तुम लोग अभी करोगे नहीं, राइट? सो इन दिस वे यू कैन remove certain programs that you want to. Okay, so for now I'll just select all, remove all. I'll just select Ahmedabad, select Mumbai, and let's say Delhi, and done. Okay, you all can take your time at this point and just put it here. That is done. Okay, next is applicants can select any 6 test cities, right? Now cities कहाँ लेना है? So see, There have been various examples. Like for example, last year many of our students who had filled Mumbai, they still got Nasik. Nasik, a lot of students got Nasik, right? So, which was around, let's say, around 150 kilometers from here, right? So, Mumbai people getting Nasik, Pune, or Ahmedabad also. Okay? In some of the students also got Ahmedabad, Surat. So, you have to give six preferences overall. कोई इसका combination नहीं है कि those people who are filling in the first case they generally get their preferred city. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, ठीक है? So, those are myths. If you are filling the first or your last, it depends तुम्हारे लक के ऊपर and where they want to send you, right? इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता because people uh, filling the form on the last day they got the preferred city, and people filling on the first or second day they got 300 kilometers away, right? So वो वाला don't keep that notion in your mind, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, ठीक है? Just select the cities that you want to uh, where you want to keep your centers, like Navi Mumbai and Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, uh, Pune, Nasik. ठीक है, and then save and next. So guys, it is done. Now you can see the whole part, right? You can see the payment wala page has come up, 2400, and you have to choose the payment mode. Now remember, this is a very important point because if you make the payment, you will not be able to make any changes, right? You can preview your segment, right? You can go back and change anything that you have done so far. You can see मैं सबको change करने वाला हूँ obviously. So you can go and change the cities and whatever percentage and anything that you can change. But once you have made the payment, you cannot make any change, right? वैसे बता मैं I'll take out your doubts. I'll take your doubts which you're putting in. एक बार मैं ये complete कर देता हूँ. So nearly done, right? So once you make the payment, you cannot come back and change. And if you not made the payment, you can obviously go back and change in anything that you want, like percentage or whatever you want to change. You can make a changes over there, right? So this is how it is done. So yes, so overall this section is done. Any doubt in the form filling part? Because I'll close my window. If you want to ask anything about how to crop the images or how to resize it, I hope you know all those things, right? Or any other questions from that part. If you want to ask from form filling part, then you can ask, and then उसके बाद about your work experience, CGP AG पे convert करना वो सब मैं अलग से ले लूंगा, ठीक है? So any doubt here? Okay, so I am closing the sharing window, right? Okay, now you can put your doubts. Sir, 4 month work experience we should put. Uh, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा उससे. But yes, you should put. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा but उससे. It will not add anything to your profile. The only problem would be कि while month so 4 month experience you only had, or you right now you have 4 months of experience. There are two different questions. If you right now if you अच्छा, you had. So see, uh, ये थोड़ा सा ना ग्रे एरिया है, right? Generally I prefer people not to say this, not to give this example that, or not to put in details about the 3 months or 4 months of work experience. Why? Because while giving the interview, then they will grill you on this thing कि why you had only work experience of 4 months. ठीक है, if you have genuine reason then it's okay. अगर नहीं है तो फिर then वो grilling point हो जाएगा तुम्हारे लिए. So better don't, because it will not add anything to your resume any which ways. अगर कोई genuine reason was there for you, then you have left that company. In that case you can put in, you can say because they will obviously they will ask you about your year gap, right? So then in that case you can say I started the job and because of this reason I had to leave the job, and then I planned of doing an MBA. ठीक है, सो दैट यू कैन डू, बट जनरली अवॉइड कर दो।
भाई 10th 12th का कॉलेज का मार्क्स कितना मैटर करता है?
बहुत। सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन विच कॉलेज यू वांट टू गेट इनटू। ठीक है, अब देख इसका पूरा एक ये है, राइट, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से यू वांट टू गेट इनटू आई एम इंदौर। ठीक है, आई एम इंदौर जाने का प्लान कर रहे हो या कोझीकोड जाने का प्लान कर दो, मत करो, 10th 12th खराब है तो। रीजन बीइंग, 10th दे हैव अ 32% वेटेज एंड 12th को 34% वेटेज, मिला कितना हो गया, 66% का वेटेज। 32 एंड 34% वेटेज इज 10th एंड 12th ओनली, राइट। तो उधर तो खत्म ही होगा कहानी। उसके बाद जो बच गया वो तुम्हारा कैट का स्कोर है। वर्क एक्सपीरियंस को मैटर नहीं करता, 12th के लिए मैटर नहीं करता। ठीक है। सो in cases like for example I am cozy core, yes they look at they look at 10th and 12th, right? So some colleges they don't look, like for example FMS नहीं देखता है। ठीक है, तुम्हारा क्या बोलोगे, एमडीआई नहीं देखता है। सो दीज कॉलेजेस उतने नहीं देखते हैं। कुछ कॉलेज देखते हैं, कुछ कॉलेज नहीं देखते। सो इफ योर 10th and 12th इज नॉट दैट ग्रेट, ठीक है, टू थिंग्स दैट यू कैन डू। सो लेट्स से मैं 10th 12th अच्छा नहीं है, बट मेरा कैट मैंने फोड़ दिया, 99.9 मार दिया है, 99 सॉरी इंजीनियर तो 99.9 से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, तो 99.95 मार दिया, तो देन दैट केस थोड़ा बहुत तो वो काम कर जाएगा। इवन लेट्स से कल सारे आईएम से तो कॉल नहीं आएंगे, बट 2 3 आईएम हटा दो जो 10th 12th को बहुत वेटेज देते हैं, बाकी सबसे तुमको कॉल आ जाएगा। ठीक है, कन्वर्जन चांस भी हाई रहेगा, परसेंटाइल हाई है तो। लेट्स से एक ये वे हुआ। दूसरा वे क्या होता है कि जब 10th 12th अच्छा नहीं है, तो इन दैट केस यू एम फॉर दोज कॉलेजेस, बिकॉज बहुत सारे कॉलेज ऐसे भी हैं, देयर आर मेनी कॉलेज इन इंडिया विच दे डोंट लुक एट 10th 12th। ठीक है, जैसे एनएम नहीं देखता, एनएमआईएमएस नहीं देखता है, सिम्बासिस पुणे नहीं देखता है, ठीक है, एफएमएस नहीं देखता है।
एक्सेल राय वगैरह।
एक्सेल राइट थोड़ा देखता है, नॉट कंप्लीटली, बट यस दे लुक एट 10th 12th, बट उतना नहीं देखते, मतलब बहुत हाई वेटेज नहीं है उनका, बिकॉज उनका कॉल भी 92% पे देते हैं वो। ठीक है, जनरली हम अगर टॉप जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल इफ एक्सरसाइज जमशेदपुर विल कम वेरी क्लोज टू एबीसी, राइट, और समटाइम्स यू कैन से इट विल कम इन बिटवीन देम। तो इन दैट केस जैसे आईएम्स क्या करता है, दे विल गिव अ कॉल एट लेट्स से 99.9 99.95 पे देते हैं। But XY Jamshedpur, if you're given that, the cutoff is 92 percentile every year, right? 92 कभी 93 होता है, कभी 92 होता है, कभी 91.5 होता है, ऐसे ही रहता है, बट 92 के अराउंड में यू गेट अ कॉल फ्रॉम XY जमशेदपुर से कॉल आ जाता है। हाँ, उनका मेजरली जो फोकस होता है उनका उनका इंटरव्यू पे होता है, उनका पीआई वैट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है।
ठीक है।
व्हेन टू फिल इंडिविजुअल आईएम्स एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म, इंडिविजुअल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म नहीं भरते हैं सम्यक, ये आईएम्स का फॉर्म अलग से नहीं आता है। ठीक है, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज वंस यू आर फिलिंग द कैट का फॉर्म, कैट के फॉर्म में वंस यू हैव सेलेक्टेड ऑल द 20 आईएम्स एंड वॉट एवर द सेंटर्स यू सेलेक्टेड, सो देन योर आईएम का आईएम विल एक्सेप्ट योर स्कोर डायरेक्टली। ठीक है, अब तेरा 10th उनके पास है, 12th है, ग्रेजुएशन इज देयर विद देम। Now depending upon your those data, they will send you the calls, right? So calls भेजेंगे, and then when they send you the call, at that time they will send you a form, or they'll ask you to fill up the form separately। उसका अलग से फॉर्म आता है उनका खुद का जो आएगा, उसमें एसओपी रहेगा, उसमें they'll ask you different questions। Okay, when to fill forms of college other than IIMs? So अब again two things in this, कुछ कॉलेजेस लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल एसपी जैन, ठीक है, एफएमएस, एमडीआई, ये कुछ 3 4 5 कॉलेज हैं। ठीक है, देयर फॉर्म विल कम इन सितंबर मंथ, देयर फॉर्म विल क्लोज बिफोर कैट, तो उनको तुमको फिलअप करना है। बाकी जो कॉलेजेस हैं, ठीक है, अदर देन दिस टॉप कॉलेजेस जो मैंने नाम बोला, उनका जनरली फॉर्म दे आर ओपन आफ्टर कैट ऑल्सो। आईएमटी गाजियाबाद विल ओपन इन सितंबर अक्टूबर, बट वो खुला ही रहता है, मतलब जनवरी तक खुला रहेगा, दिसंबर एंड तो खुला ही रहेगा पक्का। ठीक है, सो इफ यू आर इन टॉप परसेंटाइल, इफ यू फील कि मैं टॉप परसेंटाइल में मुझे टॉप कॉलेजेस एम करना है, तो दीज आर 3 4 कॉलेजेस का फॉर्म पहले आ जाएगा। वंस द फॉर्म कम्स विल गिव यू डिटेल्स अबाउट दोस्त ऑल्सो। ठीक है, सो only the top colleges का form will come before CAT and close before CAT. Others generally mid से लेके end तक आता है। Any other details? Any other question, guys? ठीक है, तो I think Should be clear for everyone to fill up the form now. Okay. ठीक है. We'll upload this video also. If you have any doubt in between, you can, or you can ping me in the group also. I'm there in the group, right? So you can ask any question that you have regarding anything, like for example, cut off बोल रहा हूँ मैं तुम्हें. Conversion of percentages or work experience. Any doubt you have, you can ping me there. Okay. ठीक है. Done, guys. चलो. All the best. Fill up your forms. Okay. Thank you.